Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50. No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Miss Malin. She'll set you straight. I am here to anticipate and facilitate. Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best-kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand? Swell. We like quick-on-the-draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're... Ms. Malin can let you... Remember.
Oh, well, this is certainly a town, I think.
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept-looking my whole life.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Well, that's awfully kind of you, mister.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium Goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink. Don't believe I did. No? Wink. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit. Hit me. I won't even hit back. Ow! What was that for? You're nuttier than Miss Malin. Cripes. Remind me never to cross you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy. I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Was that sarcasm? I'm going... My sprat carriers scurry back...
Ain't in the mood to chat.
Not now. Jinx my luck.
Want to make a run? Okay. Boss lady told me to take the night off.
No, I'm beat. Just got back from delivering to that house with a strange family.
The ones that always smell like raw meat and got splotches of blood on them?
Yep. Oddest thing. Cans of Borstwurst, but only if they come from the C&P factory.
Makes you wonder what the secret ingredient is.
Hungry? I'm famished myself. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
You shopping for pre-owned or new? If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy. Town sublight owned and run. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Kath. Yeah, but now that you mention it, I reckon she had her reasons to hide us. We got smugglers, outlaws, mavericks, and Byzantium socialites flying in and out. They're so self-important the way they strut around.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here? Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to
Keep walking, Rung Leech.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order? No, I don't have any... Ugh. If it's... This here's the ante up, where you place your bet. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. We'll both break...
My bet's on citation in the autoloader races.
Uh-huh. You blind? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my only nugget of paradise in this entire
Catherine!
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise. You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our... But first, I'll need to know what brings you. Well, I'm half listening. I'll presume you mean Arthur, the one you sent scurrying back like, reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if it's one that don't mind. But how am I to know whether you're reliable, if not fully trustworthy? I do admire blunt honesty, so I'm with... There's a boy. That aside, it's a... Clive Lundberg. He's making the only meal to be had, and you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me. Kill him, hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his... If... Might be another way in. Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs. Doctor a few financial... Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the... It'll be more... Oh, may luck...
Folks I never met before are my most favorite. So, what's your story? Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand? More than you can afford at this time. Your eyes do not deceive you. If you're at... Ms. Malin built the bar. Your eyes do not... Who ain't these days?
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity. Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you. So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off. Plenty. As my boss likes. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages. Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about... Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their... There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss. One thing's for... We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium. Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal...
Could be cleaner, fancier, stocked with better booze.
Cheaper. I've emptied 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Keep your weapons at the door.
Everyone all right?
Mind your own business, friend. Mind your...
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen. Please do not leave items lying about the cargo hold.
What you reading, Max?
If I tell you, will you leave me alone?
Probably not. What is it with you and books, anyway?
Some of us like to improve ourselves, Dr. Fenhill.
No, I mean keeping those paper books. You got the data pad. Why waste the cargo space? You one of those people who wears reading glasses to look smart? Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon. Not much else to know, Captain. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky. Purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, sure do. Some of it was even legal. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made. Gotta figure out how to work that into my aesthetic. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long. Well, my blood type is AB positive. That about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is I'm all for making a few bits. No complaints here.
I find my... something vexing you, Captain?
Good to see you, boss. Didn't I tell? Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. I was what folks on the ground... The word's a touch kindlier than rung leech. Same way we all... Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Could be I was... But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it. Oh, I can do civilized. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Yeah. Thanks for listening, Bob.
Dust accumulation analysis.
Hey, Cap. Well, Sam's been doing my dishes for me, so that's something. It seems genuinely happy to do that. Can an auto mechanical be happy? Opal told me they could once. She believed auto mechanicals feel just like we do. She would always... Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything. I will. Hey, Cap.
Something busted, Captain? Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say. Nah, but I've been thinking on one. Gotta get to know him better, I think. It ain't nice to give folks a nickname without him giving you the okay first. Of course, that don't stop Felix. Miss Nyoka's so capable.
You seen Arthur today?
You'd think folks were pissing in the alleyways.
What do you want?
Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought...
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you would never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper. This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy. Yes. Now, where were we?
Wait!
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that?
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
I don't think so. A crazed...
It's true! My father collected some extra bits on the side by The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
Fine.
Hey, I just want to thank you for saving my life. Exaggeration? Has the vicar told you what he did to old Lem? He's still eating through a tube last I heard.
Look, what I may or may not have done to some degenerate during a prison brawl is old news. Can we talk?
Entering sleep mode.
Move it, trash can.
Rerouting course now.
Hey, hold on there. Let me sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? I knew it! See, you must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in... And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you... I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the... Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? I couldn't really say but the fancy collector... That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest... Everyone's heard of him. Even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay. Thanks a...
Destination reached. Scylla. Take someone to watch over. Back.
We got time.
If I were a hermit, I'd choose to live on a desolate rock or... We're getting close to the hermit. I can feel it.
Place never even had a bar. No wonder it's abandoned.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free...
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of... And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max.
I'm committed.
I'll supervise, for safety purposes.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the...
Can we talk?
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
Let's stay focused here, Max. Your voice always sounds weird.
Don't tell me these drugs have warped your sense of truth, along with your... Never mind. We are obviously the victims of it. When I get out of here, I'm going to
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out. Always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place. Never looking inside himself.
We came here so you could learn how to not be an ass, Max. So, stop being an ass.
Thank you. there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This year, it's all coming out wrong. The plan. It filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of everything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
You want me to give up my discipline?
You need to love the chaos, Maximilian. Let it envelop you. Take you where it will. Besides, you...
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce. You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me? Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you, the contented you, me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation, because it will set us free, won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
Can we try to convince him otherwise?
Your individual self is what's not real. It is simply a concept. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves? I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before. I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect. In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. Of course there is pain and loss. But the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are. I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for. Even...
So?
Not so much found as...
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves. How right you are. Words are overrated.
Can we talk? Yes, you caught me ruminating again. What's occupying your thoughts? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
Something on your mind?
This beginning.
Here they come!
Try something stronger!
Here they come.
Did I hear something? They got the drop on us.
Good, we're in. You're important, Captain.
They're on us.
Processing data. Perform.
Everyone all right?
Here we go.
And get your bludgeoning objects ready. On over there? Here they come! One down! That's the goal!
Take your best shot, asshole.
Nice and easy.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
You think you don't hear it? You don't feel it. I know better. I just wish you could stick up for yourself. Evening, Captain. Felix keeps asking me to watch some adventure.
Battery levels are...
You think I could hire myself out to ships in...
Every SAM unit comes...
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? May luck...
Good to see you, boss.
Hey, Cap.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.